Hello everyone, this is Ross with Market Traders Daily, and this is today's video analysis for August 12, 2020. Today we're taking a look at the NZDUSD, the New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar for today's trade analysis. So far this week, the market has been a little bit tricky because there hasn't been a significant one-sided trend. If I shift gears for just a moment and take a look at the US dollar, and we'll zoom it out here a little bit, you can see what's happening here on the dollar. We're kind of stuck down here at the bottom of the long-term trend, bouncing around between the blue zone at the lowest point, orange zone, and green zone. That's the US dollar, so hasn't been anything significant. Even if you zoom in a little bit more and just look at this week, the last 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're just kind of bouncing around between that orange and green shaded area, kind of stuck right halfway in the middle right now between the zones. So we haven't seen a significant trend develop for this week. It's just been kind of lackluster market movement. Back to our New Zealand dollar, we have seen a little bit more bearish movement here on this currency pair than we have seen anything on the US dollar, pushing now all the way down to the yellow zone, 65.30, 65.20 area as support. We've seen this before. You look back to the left-hand side, I drew this black box back here during the trade room yesterday. Yellow zone at the bottom, green zone in the middle, blue zone at the top. Obviously, if we were going to go short here on this currency pair, it would be better to do it closer to the blue zone or closer to the green zone and not really at the yellow zone. That would not be our best ideal place to go short near 65.30.20. We want it to come back up 65.50, 60, find resistance, go back down, or maybe even the blue zone. Buying opportunities may prevail here as it finds support into the yellow zone, as it did back here on the left-hand side. So I think we could have, as long as the US dollar is not trending, we could have some opportunities for both sides of the play here on the New Zealand dollar. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. Take a look at it here on the 4-hour. We see the market just bouncing around again between those zones, falling down and just hovering underneath 65.50. Bring in our volume indicator again. And you can see, let me zoom in one time, it recently has turned red. So if you're going to sell it, you want to do it as close as possible to that green zone. Look at it in this viewpoint again. If we look here, look at how it's just held underneath that green shaded area. So if you're going to sell it, try to do it as close as possible to that green zone, 65.50. You target back down to the yellow zone, 65.30, 65.20. Potential support there. Last time we were here, we found support into that yellow shaded area. So we're just bouncing around and selling in the current direction at the green zone, targeting the yellow zone, maybe under the yellow zone further. But right now, selling between these zones, the green zone down to the yellow zone, possibly even looking for a new long opportunity into the yellow zone. Keep an eye on the dollar for its directions. If the dollar significantly breaks out and has a trend higher, this is going to go lower. If the dollar turns around and goes back down in the direction of the downtrend, this is going to turn around and go back up. So we're keeping an eye on the dollar for direction when it finally finds a direction, because right now it doesn't seem to want to go in one direction. But once the dollar finds direction, it'll help us determine some trading purpose here, whether we're buying or selling. But for the time being, selling into the green zone or possibly even buying into the yellow zone for the New Zealand dollar today.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.